Hey guys, Kev here, and we have part 2 of the unboxing video. I'm gonna install these scales. I'm gonna see what I can do about this super stiff D10, if maybe skiffs will help on the closing action front or what's going on there. And then I'm gonna check and see if I can clear out the detent lash on this guy by maybe checking in there, see if there's something in the detent ball hole or something like that. Maybe a burr, who knows? We can take a look in there. I'm trying to see it right now. Hopefully, maybe there's something in there. I don't know. Let me just blow some air in there. See what's going on. Still there. So anyway, that is the plan. So let us start with the Qvist, I guess. Maybe you guys are more interested in that one, and you know, can always stop watching after I do this one. So still haven't figured out exactly what is wrong with the scales. He said he gave them to me for free because he said there was some issue when he got to the counter bore. I don't know. I'll see when I get to it. Hopefully they still function fine. I will say the build on this is good, but it does do the thing where it spreads, and that usually means tolerances aren't perfect, and which is, you know, $60 knife, but it can give you issues on like action. You might not get the best closing action because of that, because not everything's lined up exactly perfectly. I should have got my other tray for this, but it is what it is. Let's see if we can do this relatively quickly. We do have to take the whole thing apart, so it could be a little longer than we want. No. Fuck. See, this is why you use the other mat, Kev. Fuck. I didn't lose the screw, right? No. God, tiny ass fucking parts. And this is why I have a magnet around. What? This titanium? Look at that. Or aluminum. It's aluminum, I bet. Interesting. Didn't even think that. I should really get the mat out. Sorry. This is going to be very weird for a second. Careful, the screws, parts, and the knife. Missing anything? Nope. Okay, it's the same size, so it should just plop right over. There we go. All right, sorry about that, but I don't want to mess around here. The screws are all the same, so we're good. Okay. All right, then. Take that off. That's one liner. Tiny bearings. Not my favorite, but whatever. They can stay on the blade if they want. I'll probably have to clean it too. Push that out. Oh, Jesus. I am a fumble fingers today, huh? Oh, okay, Kev. Just lose everything. There's your stop pin. Hopefully they didn't use an ass ton of Loctite, because that can be a big issue. Same screw size. Is it? No. That guy's longer, so. Do I need, yes, I need to take that out. Ah, perfect. So I can just keep these with the clip. Just strap in, guys, because this could be a long one. Just saying, we got 3 knives here. There we go. Clip down. Okay, perfect. Oh, shit. Please no Loctite. Please no Loctite. Please no Loctite. Yes! Wow, QSP. Okay, usually they have way too much Loctite, and it's a major pain in the bum. Let's do it that way. We'll leave that screw there. That way I know where it goes. Liner. Okay. Perfect. So let's clean the blade. Ugh. Clean the liners. And I've seen a few of these completed, and yeah, they look a lot like the customs once they're done, which is cool. All right, and the bearings. I think I tried a bearing swap at one point, and nothing worked. And these aren't bad, they're just really small. So there we go. All right, so we can put the liners in the appropriate pockets. This goes here. And this is the one that the pivot goes through. So let me clean that out. I'm going to try a trick on this one that somebody recently told me, which is, believe it or not, to use super glue. Boop. I'm guessing maybe what happened was the pivot isn't going to... fits in there perfect, so... I'm guessing maybe one of the pivot screws is going to, like, the hole is too big or something. It'll look a little weird. That's all I can think of. There's honestly nothing else wrong with these. Maybe he just wanted to give them to me, you know? Who knows? Okay, the standoffs and everything were on this one with the clip, right? So let's do that real quick. How's that gonna work? Just seats in like that? Oh, wait, the liner, you idiot. So pop that in, and then this screw right here. That screw goes through here and onto this guy. Okay, we got that done. Could probably even, right? I can definitely put the bottom one in. Oh, the clip's not gonna fit, doesn't look like. Oh, wait. Oh, Jesus. Gonna make you fit, you little bitch. All right. This guy. Did that go into another standoff? I would think so. Right? Wouldn't that go into this standoff? Okay, got that. Looking pretty good here, right? As long as everything lines up, we're gonna be okay. So the screws for these are gonna go in the other side. So I think we're good to put it together now. I don't think I'm going to need this, so... Sorry, I'm just trying to be careful. I don't want to put too much. I always put too much. We could put our stop pin in. A little loose in there. I'm going to put a little oil under it just in case. Usually can help it from rattling. All right. Other bearing. Take KPL heavy. All right. I got everything? Yeah, I got everything. All right. So those standoffs need to seat because they're coming in from the other side, which is interesting. Got that in. Okay, they're going in. Is this going in now? Oh, this is going to be difficult, I think. Oh, wait. Can't get the pivot through. Jesus, okay. Let's back up here. Doesn't look like it wants to line up. So I'm wondering if maybe I should put these barrels on the other sides. Let's try that. Probably should have done that right away. I was just trying to repeat what I had in there, and that was the dumb part. I might loosen them a little bit just to give them a little flex so that when we try to seat it, it's not so rigid, you know what I mean? I feel like that would be a smart move. All right, let's try this again. Trying to see here. okay, hang on. No. Is that just spinning or? I don't know. I was tightening the whole time. Jesus. Okay, well, I can say it looks badass, right? He actually basically made it a lefty knife, right? Or did I put the pivot through the wrong way? Look at that. I mean, it has the pivot on the show side, the lefty side. Maybe I did something backward. What is that? Oh, what is that? What's rattling? Oh, the blade. Okay, Kev, let's tighten this and see what happens. It's not tightening, though. Okay, well, that's a big problem. It's inside. Looks like the liner's not seating. I don't know. I need it to be about there. So, but it's got to be super tight. Oh. No, it's not. Let me try this. Oh, Jesus. Let me see if I can get it to... As long as it's centered, I don't care if it's a little bit off to the side. I mean, it is definitely off to the side. Look, it's pretty centered though, right? Look at that. There we go. I mean, it probably has to break in like that, but it's kind of like my custom where it just doesn't get, like this right here doesn't center. Like you'll see up the line, it looks off, right here. But at the tip, it's centered, at least as far as I can tell. Looks pretty centered to me, right? It's not rubbing. I can see plenty of space on both sides, so. Yeah, seems fine. So let me take it apart, not the whole knife, just this. And I'm going to show you the apparent trick. And I still have not figured out what is wrong with this. He said the counter bore on the wrong side. I don't know what that means. But I'd say it's actually going together better than it was before. It's still centered. Look at that. With no pivot in there. Screw. Holy shit, that action is insane. Can I just leave it like this? Oh, there's a lot of play. Never mind. It would have been cool, though. Uh-oh. Yeah, now it's rubbing or whatever. Okay, calm down. Calm down, Kev. Okay, so super glue. What? You crazy, Kev. You crazy, bro. So, I'm told the tiniest little bit of super glue. Let me just make sure I get this right. So I'm going to put it on the driver. I've never used it like this. I've always used the brush, so maybe that's all clogged up. I don't know. Oh my goodness, look at this mess. That is an absolute shit show. Trash. Luckily, I got more. This is Loctite's version. And this, I've been using on my nails, so I could probably just... I mean, that was not a lot, but it might have been a lot. Who knows? I hate using a driver like that that doesn't spin. Just makes life so much harder. Okay, we're off center, so now we gotta start this game. Please not have a lot of play. No play. That was perfect where it was. Again, gap on both sides. Not a lot, looks like. Let me do it myself. I don't know. There's just too much steel in there. It's like hard to tell, but I can see a gap on that side. And again, centering, dead nuts. Fires out of there. Maybe back off it a touch. Action's great. Centering, nuts. All right, so I'm going to let this sit while we do the other ones, and hopefully that super glue dries by then. This was the guy from Asher, Justin. He's the one who told me to use super glue. Not like told me, hey, you got to do this. Like he suggested it because that's what he uses actually on the Asher knives. He said it sets way faster. You can have you can be using your knife again in 15 minutes. And then I guess you could just heat it up to remove it. That's the thing I haven't done yet. I have used it on my Gungnir. I took this apart yesterday, and actually this was my guinea pig for the super glue thing. And I've had no issue with it walking or anything. And I haven't had to take it apart, so there's none of, I haven't had to figure that out. But I don't think it's a big deal, honestly. I'm sure you could just break it with something like this, but I could be wrong. So anyway, we're going to let that sit while we dick around with another knife. So let me put Gungnir away. Jesus. All right. I have this guy I want to keep, so in case I ever switch back, which I don't think will happen. I hate G10. As long as these scales fit, I was going to switch to them. So they look good, by the way. We'll talk about it later when we're done everything, but let me put that there. All right, next up, let's get into this guy. Now, I don't know if I would use super glue on a knife like this. Like, There's got to be a boundary where, like, I just don't know if I want to risk it. Ooh, that was kind of loose, actually. That's not good. So I think he put Loctite in there. I'm not sure, though. And again, guys, sorry, this is going to be a long one. Damn. Should be a pretty simple disassembly since it's already come apart. Damn, did that scratch anything? Whoa. Washers are falling out. Alright. Just so you know, the bearings are facing in right now. I just want to point that out. They look big, but I think that's just because I'm used to the tiny ones that I saw in there. Alright, alcohol time. Knife number 2. By the way, there is sort of a locking system, I think, to the pivot. You can see kind of like a square sort of thing going on right here. I don't know. It's hard to see or tell if it's actually happening, but I don't know what I'm trying to say. And I'm glad that that washer came out, because I am going to flip them over so that the new bearings can make their mark, so to speak. So let me get some KPL. And I'm just doing this so that the washer sticks. And then when I go to put it in or whatever, it's not a big deal. So clean this guy. And I'm putting the side without the race down so that, or up, so that I have a fresh track for the new bearing. And I guess what he did was he bent this lock bar this way, which I would like to bend it back a little bit, but I can't, because I could, but I have to take the insert out. It would be a whole thing. I really don't want to do, but maybe just pushing on it a little bit will help. I don't know. Yeah, a little too strong for my taste, and I like a strong detent, so whatever that's worth to you. It doesn't matter, because this isn't factory, so this doesn't help or hurt anybody other than myself, obviously. All right, so how's that pivot screw look? Yeah, nothing on there. All right, so bearings, we want to get 5 millimeters. These will probably fit the 3/16, but they're not gonna give you enough freedom, so to speak. But I don't know. I've heard other people using different things. It's just whatever you want to do. I just recommend the 5 millimeters. That's basically what I'm gonna say. Why don't you want to go in? Why are you being a little bee? Am I putting this in the wrong side or something? I took it apart from this side, I guess. Yep, and there's that pattern. You see that little cross pattern? Okay, so damn it. Sorry, I hit the focus button trying to tap the zoom. So you see the little square around the bottom of the pivot right there? It's also right there. so the pivot seats in, captures it, which is cool, but I don't know how necessary that really is on a pivot these days. But there you go, it just has a little bit of wiggle, nothing crazy. Get these bearings out. Obviously, you can get skiff bearings at skiffmadeblades.com. You can use code LeftyEDC for 5% off your skiff bearings. Again, these are the ones I'm using for this 5mm 1/16 11 ball. They're like $12.50 or something. You can also get KPL at knifepivotlube.com. I highly recommend the KPL Heavy. I'm about to, well, no, I'm not, because on the nub here, I don't like to put heavy on it. Just never have, and I just let it break in. So I take that back. But I do highly recommend Heavy for most knives on the detemp ball. And this just feels like I'm doing it backwards, but I guess this is how you put it together. I don't know. These bearings are nice and smooth. That's good. Did I put any there? I don't think I did. Let me just make sure I put KPL everywhere. Just clicked back together. Holy shit. Oh, sorry. Still zoomed out. Just clicked like a beast back together, which is good. There we go. Yeah, it's a little tight. just not. I don't know if that's from flipping the washers, if something's breaking in there. Hear that? Yeah, so I don't think the skips helped, that's for sure. I don't think it matters how far you walk this back. Like, yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't feel right. Something just seems weird. I wonder if the pivot's seated right. I don't know. It just feels off. You hear that? Like, what is it? The stop vent being weird. Flipping these back over to see if that does anything. Trying to concentrate, so I apologize. Right here is where it sort of catches a little bit, and then it, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know the deal with this one, guys. Just doesn't feel right. So, could be me. Could just be the skips I put in didn't fit. I think it has to do with the lock bar tension. They seem to fit better now, though. That's for sure. But it doesn't seem like there's any changing the inevitable. The issue here is the lock bar tension. It's too strong now, so like you just aren't gonna get, even after these break in or whatever, you're just not gonna get the same crisp, smooth drop like that. It's just not gonna happen because you have too much lock bar tension. So it's a real balance when you're making a knife, and I guess even Riot is susceptible, guys. Been noticing that more and more lately. So I'm going to go back to the stock bearings in here, and I'll talk to Brian. I don't know what he'll want me to do. I may just sell it, make sure it's clear that it has a stiffer detent. I mean, it's not, there's nothing like actually wrong with it, I guess I'd say, but I honestly may have preferred it better before I sent it to him, which I don't say that to be like rude or anything. It did not have the proper detent nub engagement or anything, so it probably wasn't acceptable then. Now it's like acceptable, but now we have the other issue where we just have too much lock bar tension, and yeah, so it's just kind of how things go sometimes. And you guys know me, I barely ever win these battles. So what is going on? What is messed up here now? I don't know what's going on. Something felt caught. I think I got it though. This pin back here is being a little bitch. I have a pry thing, but I don't really want to do that. Fuck on. Why isn't it letting me out? Because of the damn stop pin. There we go, I got the back out. Okay. Probably another cause of the lock bar tension. It wanted to stick together there, I don't know. Swear I just saw like a hair fly through the screen, so if that's in here now too, that's great. I tend to win them all when I win them, guys. It's just kind of how it goes, you know? And the reason I'm not adding more oil in here, I'm sure some people are wondering why I didn't re-up. It's because there's plenty in here. All the bearings are all soaked with them and whatnot, so there's no reason to do that. Let's put the pivot in first this time. Whoa, okay, there. And honestly, sometimes it's just example to example, guys. Like sometimes the same knife will take skips better than it did on, you know, another one. Like I've had people say they can't fit certain bearings in a knife, and I've done it. It's really weird. Yeah, pretty much the same. Back off it a little bit. I mean, again, certainly an acceptable knife here. Nothing like is wrong with it, so to speak. It's just not what I would want. So I'll sort that out on my end. Or I'll talk to Brian and see what he wants to do. I don't know. And we'll take it from there. All right, so that's the mini Tempest. Last, but geez, not least, we have the Nymble here, which that was easy. Okay. Careful. So you have a T6 here. And one of these removes the, I'm guessing it's this one because that other one's not even connected to the, yeah. And we still have the tiny ass bearings, and I just want to look. Looks like there's a lot of oil there on the detent ball area, but I don't see anything that's like a red flag screaming that there's going to be detent lash because of it, but very tiny detent ball hole. I'm just going to blow it out to be safe. And I'm really just trying to fix that, so I'm not going to go nuts here cleaning and doing all types of stuff. There's a hair. And the detent ball itself looks fine as well. So I think we're just going to have a case of lash here. Or they all have it, which would suck, but I doubt it. I've had multiple Nymbles, and I've never had this issue, so I'm just going to put it back together. Tighten this screw back down, then I'll tighten this back. Pivot. Put this screw back in. All right, we are centered. Oh, whoa, what was that? Whoa, what is going on here? Without oil, I guess. But yeah, it's still there. You can hear it. So, nothing I can do. Can't fix it. I mean, I can't. It's possible. It's fixable. It's going to loosen this a touch because I think that's what was going on there. Yep. See, now it's basically dropped shut. No play. Man, this is a great example of a Nymble too. Damn it. Would have been nice. Anyway, so this is probably going to go back to John, and he'll, I don't know, do whatever and hopefully replace it, because I don't know if you can fix that. Which, this happens, guys. You're going to have some in the run. That's why you order extras. So we have the Qvist here. This is our winner for tonight because we got it centered, right? We got action. We got closing action, right? Look at this. Ooh, and we got sexy ass scales. Look at these guys. They're gorgeous. Still cannot figure out the issue. This looks perfect. It's flat. Oh my God, it's like literally perfect. This side stands off a little bit. Is that what he's talking about? I mean, that's barely anything, like, you know what I mean? But he's a very particular man, I guess, and if it's not perfect, it's not perfect. I will say, I don't know if it's the scales maybe don't sit perfectly into that pocket. You see that? And maybe that's why the centering looks off. No, I don't know what that could be. That might be more to do with the clip because it's kind of like... I'm just going to see if that scale kind of pops into place. Nope. No. Anyway, it's great. I'm digging it. It's way better than the stock scales. Uh-oh. Just got some stick there. No. Might have just been how I had it seated. Let's check. Lockup's good. Yeah, she's money, and I'm guessing the pivot's stuck now with the super glue in there, which is funny, but whatever. I like it. This is awesome, and it's lefty, so no rattles, nothing. Perfect, dude. Jacob, thank you, man. Much appreciated. Very dope. So thanks, brother. And then we have obviously the mini Tempest that couldn't quite get where I wanted it, so I'll have to figure out what's going to be going on with this guy. I'm sure somebody out there would love to have a mini Tempest who missed out. But I'd also love to have this one be the way I want it to be and keep it, because I really do love this pattern and everything. I don't know which one I like better now that I've had this one for a little while. I definitely like this action better, so that's for sure. You can see the difference right there, right? Still good, but just not the same. So anyway, I love you guys. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. If any of you made it through this whole thing, holy cow, thank you. Love you. And I will catch you later.